Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all of you, and not to forget our lecturer, Madam NAZIRAH. Hi Madam. Of course you're wondering what is the purpose of me being here. Oh, actually I am here to clarify everything in the chapter 10 of Marketing Channels textbook. From page 173, the title is Administrative Structures in Marketing Channels. Do you know what is administrative structures in marketing channels? You will know soon, okay? Okay, of course I'm here. I'm not presenting this chapter alone. I have another 3 members of my group, which is KHOLIJAH, ATHIRAH, and also NAZIRAH. So let's find out soon what is the content of this chapter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Kodi. Today, I would like to tell about conventional channel. What is conventional channel? Okay, conventional channel is independent channel members operate in channel structure called conventional channel. It's showing little concerns for overall channel performance, and they have lacked strong leadership and have been troubled by damaging conflict and poor performance. A conventional marketing channel consists of one or more independent producers, wholesalers, and retailers. Okay, it is a separate business seeking to maximize its own profit, even at the expense of a profit for the network as a whole. No channel members has much control over the other members, and no formal means exist for assigning rules and resolving channel conflict. Next, I will tell you about vertical marketing network. Okay, what is vertical marketing network? It is a distribution channel structure in which producers, wholesalers, and retailers act as a unified network. Either one channel members owns the other, has a contract with them, or wield so much power that they all cooperation. And there are essentially 3 common types of vertical marketing system. First, corporate marketing system. What is this? Okay, I will explain to you. Corporate marketing system, a corporate vertical marketing system can be involved with the ownership that of the level of distribution of production chain that is associated with a single company. An example for the corporate is Apple, who is responsible for doing everything related with their product. Oh, with their product, I'm sorry. Okay, for your information, Apple company has a place for the designing and also the making of the product, and this product that are made by the company are sold in the retailer shop of the company itself. If I do wrong, I'm sorry if I wrong. Okay, next, they need not have to depend on any of the other people for the purpose of production or even selling of the products. Now is about administered marketing system. This is a kind of VMS that has one member from the production as well as the distribution chain has a more dominance, and they organize the whole nature is associated with the vertical marketing system. This is a kind of the vertical marketing system that is similar to that of Walmart, which is a large kind of a retailer available in the market. They usually dictate their terms and conditions to the companies that are small and are involved in a kind of making some product who come under the category of a producer, best component of the VMS. It is not a possible thing for the smaller companies to exert such a kind of influence for running that kind of a system, but there are chances for them to find it. This is done for coordinating the overall process that is related with the particular company. A common form of contractual VMS is a franchising. Franchising necessary for dealing with producer or wholesaler who is a functioning under such a kind of system. And for the last is contractual. Contractual has a formal agreement involved in this exists between various levels that of the production, or it can be between the level of a distribution channel.
Assalamualaikum and good evening for you. Okay, my name is NAZIRAH binti LASIN. Okay, franchise system is a contractual agreement between franchisor and franchisee. Okay, franchisor is owner of the franchise business, while the franchisee is an independent business organization that want to operate the business following the franchisor business format. The franchisor agreement allow the franchisee to conduct given the form of the business under an established name and according to given pattern of the business. When the franchise agreement is signed, the franchisee is generally required to pay one-time franchise fee, royal fee, and in some case, payment for the national advertising campaign. In Malaysia, the number of franchising business expand from just 311 at the end of 2007 to 342 in July 2008. Okay, organization format can divided into three: manufacturer to retailer, wholesaler to retailer, and service sponsor to retailer. Okay, firstly, manufacturer retailer. This kind of format exemplified by franchise agreement between Proton car manufacturer and Eon distribution. Okay, secondly is wholesaler to retailer. This type of format common Malaysia, especially to the retailer business. A good example for this format is Tesco or Giant. Okay, lastly is service sponsor to retailer. This type is typical among service providers such as KFC, McDonald's, and Pizza Hut. Next is type of agreement, which is divided into three also. First is manufacturer franchise. Manufacturer franchise, a firm has a right to produce and market product under franchisor trademark. Second is a product or trademark franchising. A franchise dealer distribution of franchisor product and the dealer are free to make on operation decision, including location of the store and operating hour and the strategy to use. Okay, lastly is business format franchising. The relationship between the franchisor and the franchisee is more structured than the agreement in the product or trademark franchising. Not only the product are supplied, but also operation plan,
quality control producer, the use of prototype store, training program of employees, cooperative, advertising program, standardized operating manual, and other form of the support and assistance. Okay, thank you.
Hi, you meet me again. Yes, because I am the introducer and also the second last presenter. After all the information being informed by Kholi and Zira, now I would like to clarify the advantages and disadvantages of franchising, and also the problem and benefits that will face by the franchisor and franchisee in this kind of business, which is franchising. For your information, this kind of business types will reduce the business risk to failure, whereby the product and services they have already established a market share. Furthermore, the franchisor give all supports to the franchisee in this business, because what we have been informed that franchising business is the contract agreement between franchisor and franchisee. So they agree. So franchisor had already give utilities and everything about the business to the franchisee to conducting their business. Plus, this franchising enables small business to compete with big business, and also relationships with supplier has already established, and financing of this business may be easier. Okay, next is disadvantages of franchising. First, cost may be higher. Yes, it's higher than what you expected. And second is, all profit percentage will be shared with the franchisor. Of course, because franchisor is the developer of the business, so franchisor must share the market share, all profit with the franchisor. And the third is the inflexible nature of a franchise may restrict your ability to the business to respond to the market or make the business grow, and thus you may find it difficult to sell your franchise. And also, other franchisee could give the brand a bad reputation. As we know, in franchising, there's a big company name, and then there's a lot of outlets. These lots of outlets branch, there are many branch, they have their own franchisee. Whether it's depend to the franchisee to give the bad of good influence to the customer of the brand name. For example, KFC, there's a lot of branch in Malaysia, which is at Shah Alam, Puncak Alam, KL, and so on. Okay, this is because if one franchisee make some problem that disrupt the customer relationship with the brand name, so they will affect the another branch of franchising to get the bad influence too. And lastly, the franchise agreement usually includes restriction on how you can run the business. You cannot make as what you wish. You cannot do and you cannot run your business as you want to. And now, in all type of business, of course, there maybe have the problem and benefit to the person who conducting the business. First, to franchisors, the problem that will face by franchisor is the possible loss of control. And second, they maybe not takes full control of the business because the branches have their own manager and their own franchisee. The franchisor just a developer, and maybe some rule they state to the franchisee but not fully. And the third one is franchise agreement may dictate some areas where the franchise yield to the demands of the franchisor. And meanwhile, the benefit of the franchisor is resource scarcity, and to achieve administrative is very efficient. It's very efficient. If you like to involve yourself in franchising, yes, there is a good business types. And next is can have access to capital and managerial resource, and also startup capital for business and cost delivering goods provided by franchise. And the lastly is receiving profits based on franchising. Now is for franchisee, problem and benefits. The problem that will face by franchisee, firstly, the inherent conflict that may occur, and secondly, restrict from making changes to the business model. And the third is franchise may be forced to purchase goods and services at higher price. That's so, it's a problem. And then they also have the benefit to the franchisee, gaining access to past business experience and knowledge. And they also support and training giving by the franchisor. And the last one, enhance the chances to success of the business. Then now I'll pass the next presentation to the ATHIRAH as the last presenter.
Hello, I am Tira, and now I'm going to share with you about the history of franchise in Malaysia. The commercial history of franchise is said to have started in the 19th century, even though many argued it was earlier than that. In 1850s, a sewing company by the name of Singer granted exclusive distribution of their products to selected distributors. This was followed by other industry leaders who saw a tremendous opportunity to grow their business at a faster rate. Franchise used to be labelled the scam of the 20th century, but didn't stop the continuous growth and popularity of the business system in the global market. It took almost a century before the franchise business reached Malaysia. It was believed that Singer was one of the earliest players to infiltrate the Malaysia franchise market, followed by a few others. Sensing huge potential, the Malaysian government has stepped up their effort to promote franchise business in Malaysia. In the earlier stage, many of the earlier success stories in Malaysia franchise business involve foreign companies like KFC, 7-Eleven, McDonald's, Nando's, and few other more. This has become a catalyst for homegrown franchises to be part of the growing franchise business system. In 1980s, Mary Brown Family Restaurant became the first local fast food chain to franchise its business system in Malaysia. This has allowed the fast food chain to grow at speedy rate while maintaining its service and food quality. Mary Brown is also one of the earliest local franchises which expand their business overseas. It is also said that their current overseas business is more popular than the local. Besides that, Mary Brown's success was followed by a few other local players who were starting to make it big in the franchise business scene in Malaysia. In 1994, Malaysian Franchise Association was formed to support the government program to promote entrepreneurship through franchise. The formation of MFA was indeed timely as to promote the development of franchising in Malaysia. MFA will serve as a resource center for both current and prospective franchisors and franchisees, as well as for media and public. With the formation of MFA, it is hoped that the environment which is conducive to the expansion of franchising in Malaysia can be created. MFA has a unique formula of its membership composition. Under one roof, franchisors would be franchisor, master franchisees, what else? Would be master franchisees, government agencies and authorities, banks, accounting firms, franchise consultants, attorneys, suppliers, and also vendor or franchises. For that matter, everyone involved and would be involved in franchising are subservient to MFA's Code of Ethics of a Professional Conduct of Franchise Practitioners and MFA enforce this code firmly yet helpfully. Through the work of its committee, the MFA is committed to continue advancement of franchising in Malaysia into the 21st century in line with Vision 2020. Okay, now I would like to share with you one activity that is being organized and conducted by MFA. Okay, the Malaysian Franchise Association, or as known as MFA, is proud to present the Malaysia Franchise Awards, which is the prestigious award offers a valuable opportunity for franchise entrepreneurs to be recognized as the year's best franchise players. MFA program was first introduced in 1997 with the aim to give recognition and encouragement to the success and contribution to those involved in the development of national franchise. For this year, there will be 17 awards to be offered for the franchisepreneur, ranging from the coveted 17 awards to be offered for the franchisepreneur, ranging from the coveted franchise of the year category to the special appreciation category. Okay, and now I would like to talk about the main function of MFA. The first one is to set and enforce standards of ethical business practice amongst members. The second one is to undertake activities to promote franchising as a successful marketing business concept. Next is to serve as a forum for exchange of experiences and expertise amongst members. Besides that, to establish and maintain affiliations with counterpart organizations globally. And last but not least, I'm going to share that they will sponsor franchise trade and investment missions to other countries.
Okay, Tira, can you give me other examples of successful local franchise in Malaysia?
Okay, sure, Koli. Thank you for that question. Okay, the other examples of successful local franchises in Malaysia, other than what I have stated in my talk just now, is Rhythm Bookstore and Stationery, Nelson, Mama Chop and Papa Grill, Music Valley, SABA Islamic Media, and there's more and more and more, but I can't remember. I'm so sorry, Koli. But you still can look for it in the internet. Okay? And finally, we have finished on sharing with you all of the inputs in chapter 10. We really hope that you will get all of the important and good knowledge from that chapter. If you have any question, please ask us via WhatsApp group, and we will try our best to answer it as soon as possible, and also give good and also reply with good answer to your question. Again, thank you for watching our video.
Oh,